At 2:11 a.m., the city went dark, and whatever was outside was human anymore. The world didn't end with screams or explosions. It ended quietly, so quietly that everyone believed life was still normal. That night, I was alone in my apartment, watching rain slide down the window when the power went out. Not just in my building, but across the entire city. Total darkness swallowed the streets. A few minutes later, my phone buzzed with an emergency alert. Remain inside your homes. Do not open your doors for anyone. What unsettled me was that the message wasn't signed by any government agency. I brushed it off until I heard the first sound outside. Not screaming, but slow, uneven footsteps, like someone relearning how to walk. I moved closer to the window and saw a man standing beneath a broken streetlight, his head tilted at an impossible angle, his body stiff, his eyes completely black, no white left at all. He opened his mouth and made a sound that wasn't quite a moan and wasn't quite breathing either. At that exact moment, the old radio in my kitchen turned on by itself, flooding the room with static before a woman's trembling voice came through, saying the infected weren't dead, that they could still feel pain, and that the virus didn't kill. It woke something else inside the brain. The broadcast cut out abruptly, and seconds later, there was a knock at my apartment door, soft at first, followed by a child's voice whispering, "Please open the door." My blood ran cold because every family in the neighborhood had been evacuated 2 days earlier due to what officials called a chemical leak. The voice came again, but it was different now, flat, emotionless, saying only, "Open." I backed away, gripping a kitchen knife as the door suddenly shook violently, then fell silent. When morning came, I stepped outside and realized the city was gone. The streets were filled with people wandering aimlessly, crashing into cars and walls, stopping instantly at the smallest sound. An ambulance pulled over to help a woman lying in the road. She lifted her head and bit the paramedic hard, chewing into him without hesitation. That's when I understood this was far worse than anyone had warned us. I tried to escape, and in the stairwell I ran into my neighbor Layla, pale and shaking. She told me these things remember. They remember names, places, doors. I laughed nervously, said that was impossible, but then a voice called her name from the bottom of the stairs. It was her husband's voice. He had been dead for a year. Her face drained of color as we ran for the subway station, where a small group of survivors had gathered, including a doctor who looked like he hadn't slept in days. He told us this wasn't a normal virus. It rebooted the primitive parts of the brain, erased mercy, and left memories intact. Someone asked if the infected recognized us, and the doctor answered calmly that they knew exactly who we were. They just weren't human anymore, and they were always hungry. We went down into the subway tunnels thinking we were safe until we heard it, a strange whistling sound, not footsteps, not screams, a synchronized whistle like a signal. The darkness filled with glowing black eyes. Layla screamed and they didn't rush us. They walked toward us slowly, confidently, like they already knew there was no way out. One by one, everyone fell. I was the only one who escaped. Now I'm writing this from somewhere I don't recognize. The signal is weak. My battery is almost dead. A few minutes ago, I got another message from an unknown number. It said, "We see you." I looked up and saw them standing behind the glass, silent, motionless, just waiting, like they know the end is only a matter of time.